Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So I have some of my face done, but today I want to go ahead and do a review on this Sephora 10-Hour Wear Perfection Foundation. So I've been having this foundation for about 2 to 3 months, and I haven't done a review on it because I only wore it one time for a full day. And that day I didn't even set my face all the way. So I decided to do a review for you guys because I know a lot of my subscribers have oily skin like I do, and I found that this is a pretty decent foundation the times I did wear it for like half a day. And I also wanted to test out and see if I can wear this a full 10 hours and how would my skin be or react to it and everything. I've never worn it for a full 10 hours. So today we're going to test this foundation out. I'm going to show you how I'm going to prime my face and everything that I'm applying on top of the foundation, and then I'm gonna come back and let you guys know my feedback. Okay guys, so I am on the Sephora website and I'm going to tell you guys basically what it says that this foundation is supposed to do. So basically it's supposed to conceal blemishes, pigmentation marks, scars, and dark spots. And this foundation provides a natural, beautiful finish. This formula blends with your skin tone to create an invisible veil, like a second skin that adapts to all movements of the face and optimum comfort all day long. It's smooth on the skin while it has vitamin E to protect against stressors. Soft focus pigments blur out blemishes, softens the appearance of wrinkles for a youthful looking even complexion. So it is without parabens. It is oil free, long lasting, and it conceals for up to 10 hours. And it was not tested on animals. So that's what this is. That's what Sephora website has on here, and it is oil free. It says oil free on the bottle, and you get about 0.84 ounces of this foundation, and it is retail for $20. That's how much I paid for it. And the color I have is Deep 55. And the reason why I chose this foundation when I did go to Sephora and pick it up is because I want to try out another Sephora foundation. I did use their 10 Infusion foundation, which was okay. I did use almost all of it, but I wouldn't say it was really for oily skin. So I want to give Sephora another try when it came to foundations. And I love that they had an assortment of colors. So my color is 55 Deep, and there are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 other shades further along than I am, so that is a good thing. They have darker tones than me. So yeah, so let's go ahead and get this bad boy on. So the first thing I am going to do is prime my face, and I'm going to use the Smashbox Photo Finish Primer. This is a oil-free primer. I've been using this for a while. I didn't want anything that was going to be too heavy, or also anything that is super mattifying, like my Becca or my Makeup Forever primer, because those I want to see how this foundation is going to do on its own. So I am going to just go ahead and softly apply this to my skin, and this one helps blur out a little bit of imperfections and fills in my pores a little bit. So I focus my primer in my T-zone, but I kind of prime my whole face. I know a lot of people just do their T-zone because those are the areas where they get the most oily, but my skin is oily all over, so I literally get oily all over my face. It's just these areas are even more, but I literally get oily everywhere, so I have to prime my whole face. So I'm just gonna shake it up a little bit. I don't know if it needs to be shaken, but the one thing is that the bottle is a little bit deceiving because you would think that this color would be too light, but when I did try it, it seemed to have worked. I did do the hand test first, and then I did the neck area, and that's how I figured out that this was my color. I didn't have anyone at Sephora to help me because I kind of want to do it on my own. I had issues at Sephora with someone else helping me pick out my color. So I'm just going to dot this on the face. So this side I'm going to go ahead and use a brush, and the other side I'm going to use a Dampen Beauty Blender. So I want to test it both ways so you guys can see how it looks blended with the brush and with the beauty blender. I have used the brush before. I have not tried it with the beauty blender. So it does blend out pretty nicely with the brush. I kind of just go in a stipple form, and sometimes I swipe, but I don't really swipe too hard. So as you can see, the coverage is pretty good because I do have some acne scars. It's very smooth and it's really easy to just kind of blend around and do whatever you need to do and get any little area. Like I said, the coverage is probably like a medium coverage. It's not too heavy. It's not like that hourglass stick where it's kind of, you know, really thick or anything. So I do see where I need to maybe put a little bit more in this area, but we're going to see how it dries down while I do this side with the sponge. Okay, already I personally don't like using a sponge for my foundation like I used to, because I feel like it takes away some of the product and it takes a lot longer to distribute the product all over the face. But I can see that it still looks nice with the sponge, but it just doesn't give you that full coverage like it would with the brush. So I feel like I need to add more on this side because I don't have enough. So what I'm going to do is just go back in with the brush on this side because I just don't really care for the sponge technique. If that's your thing, then, you know, more power to you, but it's not my thing. And I feel like I need to add more foundation now because it just took away a lot, but it did cover pretty good. So it did say oil free, but I'm looking really shiny, and that was one thing I noticed when I did wear this foundation, is it took a minute for it to kind of dry down. So I never really like looked at it like as far as a review standpoint because I just bought it and I just started using it. But now that I'm actually looking at it for a review standpoint, I can see how it's still kind of wet. So I'm hoping once I do my concealer, it'll kind of dry. This isn't a mattifying foundation, so it's probably going to look a little wet until you kind of set it. So I am going to go back in with one more pump just to kind of cover. I'm just going to do a little bit more to cover some more of my acne scars and just to kind of do what the sponge didn't do on this side. This product is very buildable, so I was able to build on top of that without any issues. So I'm just going to go in with the concealer next. So the concealer I'm going to use is the Tarte Shape Tape Concealer, and the color I have is Deep. So I'm going to use the sponge for this because I do love the sponge for my concealer. So I'm just going to go ahead and blend out my concealer. So this concealer blend really nicely on top of the foundation. No issues, no nothing. Everybody knows the Tape Shape Concealer is really awesome anyways by itself. So I am going to go ahead and do my contour. And I'm going to use this Measurable Difference concealer palette. And I'm going to use this darkest shade, which is called Espresso. And I'm just going to take a little bit of oil, drop it down in there to use for the contour because this concealer is a little bit drier on the drier side, but I really love the tone of the contour shade. So I'm just going to use this to contour my cheeks, forehead, and my nose. Okay, so the concealer even blended out really nicely with this foundation. No issues with that. So I'm going to go ahead and set my face using the Laura Mercier powder, and I'm going to mix some of that with the Maybelline Shine Free. And then I'm going to go ahead and apply my blush and highlight. So I'm going to use the same damp beauty sponge. And I'm going to take the smaller end just to kind of make sure it didn't crease. Make sure the concealer hasn't creased yet. And then I'm going to go in with my powder. Go ahead and dust it off. We don't want it to bake too. There is a lot of lint. Why is there so much lint on this brush? So the funny thing is though, is once I dust away like all the places that were set, you can see how wet and shiny the places that aren't. So I'm going to use my Maybelline Fit Me powder, like pressed powder, to go ahead and press to set the rest of my face so that it's not shiny, and just to kind of give the foundation a fair chance, because you don't want it to, you know, some areas to be oilier than others. For blush, I'm gonna go ahead and apply my blush. I'm gonna use the e.l.f. blush palette, and I'm gonna use this dark pink tone here. This blush is very, very pigmented, so be very, very careful when you dip in here, because I just put way too much. Next, I'm gonna apply my highlight using the Becca Opal highlight, and this is just a little tester. I thought it was so cute, so I had to pick it up. So far all my products have been going on really smooth on the face, so I'm going to go ahead and finish my lips and my eyes, and then I'm going to come back at the end of the video and show you guys the final look, and then I'm going to come back and do a check-in for you guys. So this is the final face look. I will check in with you guys a little bit later after I get my hair on and tell you guys how the foundation turned out. I will not be taking you throughout my day because I'm probably not going anywhere. I'm probably just going to be sitting right here in the house. So I will come back. What time is it? Where's my phone? It is 2:24. I recorded a lot later than normal. So I'll come back in about hopefully 10 hours. I'll come back around 10 o'clock and check in with you guys to let you guys know how the foundation did and what I did not like about it. But I hope you guys love this review, and I will come back in a few hours and do my check-in. Okay guys, so it has been probably 10 hours. It is, or maybe like 9.5. It is 9:15. No, it is 9:51. I just need to wash my face because I don't like to have my makeup on this long. So I have not blotted. I haven't done anything to my face. As you can see, it is a bit oily at the top here. The foundation did not break, so it didn't like split or anything, so that's a good thing. I still have the coverage that it did say it promised, and when it said like the flawless finish, it's there on my cheeks and stuff. But as far as my forehead is concerned, my forehead is just oily. It's just a greasy mess. When I put my finger there, I don't know why my ring light is super bright right now. I guess because it's dark outside and the light is just like all on me. But my lipstick is pretty much gone, and there's a little bit of sheen on my cheeks and on my nose, but as far as my forehead is like the most shiny part. It did, like I said, the color is still good. The foundation did last pretty long. It's just that maybe if I decided to blot, it would have turned out a lot better as far as my forehead is concerned. But other than that, that's about it. Like, it didn't really, my concealer didn't crease under my eyes. Let me look closer in my mirror here. It did kind of crease in the inner corners of my nose, but my nose looks good. My nose looks pretty good. My chin, the top of my lip, there's no creasing in my smile lines, because my smile lines are really starting to show, and like it says, it kind of moves with the movement of your face, and since it didn't crease into my smile lines, that is a good thing. All in all, I think it was pretty good. So this was a successful tryout video, except for the kind of oiliness in that area. I think I will use a mattifying primer next time. But if you guys like this video, give it a thumbs up. If you want to see me do more foundation review videos, also give it a thumbs up. Don't forget to click and subscribe to enter into my 1,000 subscriber giveaway. And I can't wait to chat with you guys in the next video. Bye guys.